using StreamYard. So I'm going with this for right now and seeing how it goes. So welcome. So excited to be with you all today. So if you're for your first time watching, I just want you to put a 1 in the chat so I can acknowledge you and say hello to you. Welcome. This is the Transformation Station. I'm your coach. I'm your host, Francisca Guayo. I'm a transformational coach. I transform lives all over the world. And I'm here to pour into you and also draw out something that's inside of you that you already know it's in there. You just haven't tapped into it. So I'm here to help you discover. I'm here to go with you as a tour guide, side by side, showing you all the beautiful places in Transformation Nation. So yeah, that's what I'm all about. So like I said, if it's your first time, just put a 1 in the chat. And if you're catching me on a replay, doesn't matter because you're still being blessed. Why? Because God's word is timeless. Hashtag replay. I want to acknowledge you as well. So definitely come on in, grab your cup of tea, your beverage. I have my cup of positivity with a side of possibilities, and you're always going to get a breakthrough when you come here. I'm super excited to share. It's the first of the month. Who's excited about the first of the month, the last quarter of the year? Like, we're doing big things, right? I know if you're watching me and you're on this live, you're up to something great. You're up to something big, even if you don't know it. So do me a favor. Hi, Tamika. If this is the first time you're watching, like I said, put a 1 in the chat, catch us on the replay, but also don't be stingy if you're getting value. Tag a friend. That person that right now you just thought of, yeah, tag her. She needs to hear this. It's value. So hashtag value and like, share. Help your other people grow, not just yourself. So this month is September. It's going to be a month to remember. Why? Because we are going to set ourselves up powerfully. We are going to be powerfully set up for the end of the year. So I don't know. Have you ever set goals for the month? I know it's something that I never even thought of doing before until I started growing and training and developing myself. So that's what I want to help you do. Grow, train, and develop yourself. Now, not only in business, right? But in everywhere in life, it matters. So I want to help you with these 5 tips I'm going to give you. And yes, go and grab your pen and paper. Yep, definitely want to do that. And while you grab your pen and paper, this is what I'm going to tell you. Check it out. So not only in business, but one of my mentors, Jim Ron, he always said something to me that I was like, I got it, but I didn't get it. He always says, and he has this quote. He says, work harder on you than you do on your job or in your business or in anything, right? Work harder on you. And I was in a job and I was an excellent employee. I would do everything I was told. But then when it came to my entrepreneur life, my business, for me, I would fire me. I swear I would fire me. If I had to hire me and I wasn't performing, I'd fire me. But I was an excellent employee, but I wasn't an excellent entrepreneur. And instead of beating myself up, what I saw that there was something missing. And what was missing was I wasn't setting myself up powerfully. I was so used to getting people to give me goals and things that I had to set, and I would do it because I was a great employee. But when it came to my own business and came to my own household, to me, I wasn't doing such a good job. I got to give myself like a rating, like a 7, like at 70%. I was just, going off of sheer talent. And talent is great, but talent don't mean nothing if you don't develop a skill. So you can have a gift in something and be talented, but like Pastor always says, he says, talent don't move me and talent don't move God, because faith without works is dead, right? So what is it that I have to work out in faith in order to see the fruit, in order to actually bear fruit? And it's just structure, right? But you don't know what you don't know. You actually don't know what you don't know. So it was a blind spot for me. So do you set monthly goals? And I'm going to read you off of my notes. And definitely you want to be part of the newsletter that I'm coming out with. It's not even a newsletter. It's more like a magazine, child. I'm trying to be right there with Oprah, old magazine. Like this newsletter I'm going to be sending you, it's not going to be that cookie cutter that I send everybody the same letter. And it's going to be when I have something to share that I learned, because I'm a life learner and I'm in different groups and different mastermind classes and high ticket coaching that I'm a part of, right? But I want to be able to bring it to you at no cost for the newsletter, but the private group that I'm creating, it's going to be a very minimum cost, something that it's doable, right? But that you are going to have so much value of. And I know, come on, we cannot, big energy right here, come in. We cannot invest more on us than in us. Some of us spend a lot of money monthly on Netflix, on Hulu, on Prime, on, sneakers, hair, nails, everything, right? But that is something that we're spending on us. The biggest, the greatest investment we should be doing is inside of us, right? Inside our mindsets, getting our mind, renewing our mind in order to transform our lives. So as a transformational coach, that's what I'm here to teach you, that really there's an awakening in you, in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. There's 4 different levels of intelligence that's really going to help you grow. And there's just so much I'm going to do in that newsletter. But back to the goals. So if you want access to that newsletter, just message me and I'll send you a link so you can sign up. So here it goes. Do you set monthly goals? I had to think about that. Like, wait a minute, I was complaining and saying that I wasn't getting what I wanted. I was complaining and, this is not working, right? And it wasn't that it wasn't working. Guess what it was? I wasn't working. I don't know about you over there, but I was not working. That's what it was. That's what was missing. So since I wasn't working, how was I going to get these results that I so much wanted, right? Okay. So how do you do that, Fran? How do you get these results? Well, simple. You work out a plan. And if you work out a plan, then you execute the plan. And it sounds pretty simple, right? It sounds like, oh, well, duh, right? Okay. How do you do that? And honestly, these are questions that I would ask. I don't know about you, but I didn't know the answers to everything. And that's what I would ask. Like, how do I do this? What do I do? Right? Somebody, can you break it down for me? Because it sounds good, but here again, I can't tell. All right. So that's what I'm going to do with you. So with the goals. So you had to ask, we don't ask ourselves these questions. I had to ask myself these questions and really be honest with me, right? What goals do I want to focus on accomplishing? And sometimes it's like we look at these goals and we're kind of, I don't know about you, but I was afraid. I was even afraid to say I wanted that goal. I was afraid when I started my weight loss journey. Now, mind you, I've released 120 pounds of bad weight. But I was afraid to say that I had a goal to losing 10 pounds a month. Why? Right? Because then I had to go and do the work to release those 10 pounds. So ask yourself, what goals do I want to focus on accomplishing? Really, what do you want to focus? I mean, we may have a lot of things. I have so many things that I want to do. The Creator has placed so many things in my heart. But what do I want to do right now in September? What's doable? What is realistic for me to not safe? No. We're not trying to be safe. Something that's going to stretch us, but it's going to be realistic, right? We're not going to go for something that's really insane, like, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds this month. No, that's not doable. 10, 20 pounds with the right nutrition, the right exercise program, the right amount of water, and those things of putting into action, it's possible. Absolutely, go for it, right? So that's the question. Then what deadlines do I need to implement to ensure I reach each goal? Yeah, because a lot of times we say, I want to do this someday. Someday is not on the calendar. It sounds like Sunday, but it's not it's someday. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, there's no someday. So we put the date. Don't be afraid. Put it. At the end of September, this is it. Boom. What are the potential threats that could stop me from reaching my goals? And create, check this out, a contingency plan for each one. Now that rang volumes to me. It rang volumes to me because when I used to when I used to do construction and I had a construction company, we would always tell the customer that we needed a contingency budget, which what meant was, if you ever done construction, you never know what's on the other side of that wall, right? And we have to make room for things that we don't know can happen. We can open up a wall and find out that there's some plumbing issues. So here it is. We tell a customer it's 10 G's, and then it's an extra 3 G's, $3,000 to fix those pipes. So we would tell the customer it's going to cost you this much money to get the job done, but I need you to have this much money set aside. So if we open up a door, a wall, and something goes wrong that's out of our control, we have a budget that's going to come out of. And why did we do that? We did that for 2 reasons. One, when the customer, you tell them it's this money, and then you go and tell them I need extra, it kind of upsets them. You get them off guard. So what it does, it protects the customer from knowing this may happen. So you are going to budget for it. And if it doesn't happen, then hey, that money stays there. So what that opened up for me with the word contingency was, okay, a backup plan, right? So if whatever gets in the way of my goal, what can I do, right? What can I do? So have that. What actions do I need to take consistently to guarantee the success? Weight loss. I always go back to that because that's my go-to. I know how to do that like nobody's business. What is it? Well, to guarantee my consistency, I have a community that holds me accountable. What guarantees my consistency? I have an app that I actually put in what I drink, what I eat, and how I work out, and what miles I walk. So that holds me accountable to me and also to a community. You can't do it on your own. Listen, stop trying to say I don't need nobody, because if that's the case, then God saw Adam and was like, it's not good for him to be alone, and made Eve. So you got to get over yourself. You really do. That's probably the first mindset hack you want to hack into. And what actions? So those actions. So what do I have to do consistently? What I have here is my handy dandy habit tracker. So in my handy dandy habit tracker, before I did this habit tracker, I went in and did some assessments, right? I had to really figure out, I'm trying to see where I put that at so I can show you guys. I wasn't prepared to share this with you all. I wasn't going to. But anyway, there's a habit formation that I had to really analyze and check myself and see, okay, what is it? Oh, here it goes. What is it that's going on in my habits? That's why I teach Thanks Formed and habits in my program, because habits is gonna help you either fail or succeed. So I have a habit formation worksheet, and I identify things. Like, you really got to ask yourself. We learned in the law of navigation, of the navigating law, whatever it's a navigator, the law of navigation, with John C. Maxwell. If you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're going. So definitely want to do that. So this formation is awesome because it teaches you how to identify your habits, positive or negative. It teaches you, it asks you those questions about what kind of benefits are you having from them habits that they're not serving you, creating positive new habits. So it just gives you a better outlook on what is it that you're really working with. And then you can create the habit tracker, which is what helps you keep on track. So for your goals too. So it's not only for weight loss, it's for everything in life. It doesn't only pertain to a business owner. It can pertain to a housewife who is managing the budget in her home. So this is life. How you do everything is how you do anything, right? So if you manage your household this way, you're going to manage your business that way. If you manage yourself this way, then you manage everything everywhere you show up. So that's what I do as far as an action step to be consistent and to guarantee my success. As I'm looking at this paper, I can see last month, okay? Last month, I was like, oh, you see all that? Over here, it was empty. Like, what was I doing, right? And then I got to see when I was productive, I don't put an X and I don't put a check mark, because everything matters. So what I put is progress or reset. So everywhere I put a P is I'm progressing. I'm getting better. I'm doing the damn thing, right? I'm doing what I got to do. I'm in my prayer closet. I'm in my daily office. I'm in my personal development. I'm moving my body. I'm working out. Progress, 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 right? Oh, my water is lacking. Oh, my study is lacking, or this is lacking. And I put reset. Why? Because I'm not going to beat myself up about it. No way. Why? I'm going to progress or I'm going to reset. That's all it is. Okay, so that's a little bit of tips of what I do to take action. And how will I celebrate reaching my goals? I did this not so long ago. When I reached my goal, I wanted to reach a certain amount of money a month and a certain amount of clients that I was helping a month. And I celebrated by purchasing a phone that I wanted to upgrade my phone for the longest. But hi, Morgan. My credit repair queen. Yes, credit repair, Morgan. Let me tell you, girl, that girl got some good info right there. I just want to shout you out, girl. So definitely this is awesome for great example. Morgan, her business for credit repair, right? How many people does she want to help this month repair their credit? That's something that she can work on. How are you going to celebrate yourself? So I wanted a phone, but I didn't want to get into debt, because I don't like debt, unnecessary debt. And I wanted to be able to not just want a phone, but earn it and know that, you know what, I worked hard, I deserve it. So I went and I purchased the new Note phone a couple of months ago, purchased it cash right off the bat. But you know what? I reached a goal. I earned it. Before then, I didn't earn it, so I didn't buy it for myself, right? So those are things. So here it is. You ready? Those of you who got your pen and paper, I'm going to start giving you the tips. There's 5 tips. Okay, you ready? So tip number 1, identify and set your goals. So listen, don't go crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and trying to fill up the whole habit tracker. Some of this stuff on here, it can start with 2 or 3. It doesn't have to be all of it. It's not about you checking off a box and saying I did that. It's about how you growing. This is the person that you are growing into. This is the leader. This is the person who you say you want to become. So all you're doing with this tracker is staying on track. All you're doing is putting it together and putting it that, so you can see, okay? So you choose 2 or 3. 2 or 3 that you're going to commit to, like nonstop. Like for me, is more because I've already mastered a couple of them. And even though I've mastered them, I still put them on my tracker. And sometimes I can still see that, oh, girl, you're falling short of the glory over here. You better get back on track, right? So then you can add as you go. But for this month, if you're brand new doing this, just pick 2 or 3. It can be something, I promise you, as simple as making your bed. It can be something as simple as drinking water. It can be something as simple as eating a salad, something as simple as going for a walk for 1 mile and putting it on the app. It can be anything, right? 2 to 3. If you're brand new in business, it can be doing a training, showing up to training once a week, showing up, right? Talking to 2 or 3 people, 5 people a month, right? Just put those goals, write it down, 2 or 3. Make sure your goals are in alignment with the overall vision of your business, right? Your overall vision of your business should be, how many people can I serve? How many lives can I transform? How many people can I help? Get their weight under control, their diabetes under control, get their obesity under control, get their credit repaired, get their mindset right, get closer to God. But whatever it is that you do, make sure it's in alignment with your vision and realistic. We said that already. In regards to the amount of time you have available, work on them. Time. That's another whole nother level, a whole nother life for me to unpack the relationship with time. Okay, this is the tip number 2. You ready for tip number 2? If you're ready, put an X in the chat. I want to know if you're ready. I want to make sure I'm not going too fast for you. I get excited. I love to share. Sharing is caring. So once again, if you're on this live and you're getting value, hashtag value, share it, like it, tag somebody, okay? So here's number 2. This is what we don't like, create deadlines, okay? Create deadlines. Yeah. But you create the deadline, because I promise you, if you had a boss and the boss would tell you, I request that by the 15th of this month, you do XYZ, you're a little behind with work and you would do it. So why not you? Why is your boss from your job more important than your own business? You are the CEO of your life, of your business. Put a deadline on that, girl. Put a deadline and give yourself that accountability, right? So create deadlines not only to motivate us to take action, but they also help us to stay on track. They really do, because it's realistic, honey. It's realistic. Okay, I have this thing with me now that I affirm that I am releasing 40 pounds by my 40th birthday, which is in December, right? That's realistic to me because I know what I'm doing. I know the nutrition I'm putting in my body. I know the workouts I can do. I know I've released 120 pounds, so I know how to do it, right? So that's realistic to me. So, in order to stay on track for that 40, I have to put in my head what's gonna calculate to reach 40 pounds. So that's 10 pounds a month. I could do that. I know that I can do that. Now, if it was 20 pounds, 30 pounds a month, I'm like, you know what? That's not realistic. So I wouldn't go for that goal. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Put an X in the chat if that makes sense. I want to make sure that I'm making sense to you all. And then, this is create deadlines. This is the same tip, but in this tip is break each goal down into small tasks and assign a deadline for completion. Okay, so my small task, I'm going back to weight loss because that's what I know and I'm showing you guys. So my realistic goal is 10 to 12 pounds a month. So every week, my goal is to release between 3 and 5 pounds, right? Between 3 and 5 is going to get me to make sure that at the end of the month, I release 10 to 12, 13 pounds, right? That's what you do. You break it down. So now I'm not overwhelmed. Do you see the psychology in that? I'm not overwhelmed where I got 40 pounds a month. How am I going to do it? 10 pounds a month. Oh, I could do that. Oh, 3 pounds a week. Hey. So when I get on that scale and I'm like, oh, I went from 291 to 288 this week. Ow. I celebrate. That's going to be one of the tips too. So there it goes. That was tip number 2. Y'all ready for tip number 3? If y'all ready, say ready in the chat. If y'all ready, y'all got to let me know. Tip number 3. We spoke about this in the summary. Okay. Create that contingency plan. Distractions and setbacks. Listen, the enemy, let me tell you, the enemy is real and he's going to try to play with you. If he can't discourage you, he's going to try to distract you. He's going to put monkey wrenches in your pathway and he's going to try to trip you up. Don't worry about tripping. Just stay focused. Just know that when he comes tripping, what are you going to do? That's the plan. What are you going to do when distractions and setbacks, because they're inevitable. So the best way to deal with them is to plan for them. Plan for them. Okay, perfect example. I have a family picnic coming up on the 4th. Labor Day weekend. Y'all all probably got it, right? Listen, yo me voy a jaltar de agua. I'm going to make sure I drink a lot of water. And I'm going to have my meal preps, right? Before I go to be with my family. I'm going to drink my nutrition that I know it's going to help me. I'm going to have my salad, my sea moss, my shakes, my tabbies, my fat burning tea that reduces hunger, all that stuff. I'm going to prepare. It's not going to stop. I'm still going to share with my family. I might have a real burger. I don't know. Maybe I will. But what can I do to prevent me from going all out and saying, well, I had one hot dog, let me have 20. Or I had one cupcake, so let me have 6 muffins. No, we're not doing that. We are going to, our mindset, remember, everything starts in the mind. Our mindset is, I have a picnic. I'm going to be with family. I'm going to prepare myself so that I eat less of what I'm not supposed to. And this is what I did. I created games for the family picnic to stay active. They don't know. These people don't know that's my mindset. But my mind, they're like, oh, Titi, she's so fun. Oh my gosh. Yo, this game, I love it, right? The kids. But what I'm really creating is moving my body and exercising off whatever it is that I'm going to be eating, right? Me is all about cakes and cookies. I love the cookie. So I'm going to prepare and make my special cookies, my special muffins that are fat burning cookies. I got the cookie that burn the fat. Y'all can have them cookies over there, and Titi going to eat these cookies that burn fat. I am preparing. Right? They're going to have soda and cakes and candy. And I'm not going to deny that to my family. But I know me and what I'm up to and my goals. And that's what I'm going to put into place. Because if not, I can get sabotaged, right? So that's what you prepare for. That's the third tip. The fourth tip is take initial action. Okay, y'all ready for the fourth tip? Say number 4. If you got number 3, just say number 4 so I can give you number 4. So number 4 is take intentional, excuse me. Yeah, I know my dyslexia. Don't mind me. I can't spell and sometimes I can't read, but it's all right. Take intentional action. I already said that, right? We're taking that intention. I'm going to the picnic with my own food. Yes, I am. I'm going to the picnic drinking enough water, being hydrated so I don't eat unnecessary things. I'm going to the picnic with my own snacks and my own cookies that I know I make that are actually going to help me to release weight and help me burn fat while I'm at the family picnic. I'm going to take my own tea. I'm going to take my own beverage that's going to help me reduce that. So that's going to be intentional action. So it's easy to engage in busy work and never accomplish your goals. There we go. Let's go back to it. So it's easy to engage in busy work and never accomplish your goals. So to ensure you don't fall victim to this, make a list of, oh, I love this is my favorite one. Make a list of action items that you can commit to doing every single day that will move you towards your goal. These action items will be your priority this month. You got that? Okay. So we're going back to setting up the 2 to 3 goals. Okay. So this is my priority for this month. And I did that. If I look at this month over here, that I didn't have so much progress and I had a lot of resets. So this here, okay, this here changed right here. So now this month over here, the new month, I put what my intention for this month is and I rewrote them. So what I did this month is not going to be, and I put here, is not the same as this month. So my intention for this month is different. So now I get to track it. That's the action. That's the intention of this. So now I get to track if I said I wanted to. That's why the S Health that I use, the S Health app, you can get it for Apple or Android. The S Health app is everything. I promise. I should get paid for endorsing it, but I don't. It's just the best tool that I found for me. It's called S Health app. They have it for Apple and for Samsung or Android. In that app, you can put the water. So every time I drink a bottle of water, I play a game with myself. I have a big thing of water. Or since that big thing of water that I have sometimes will overwhelm me, I broke it down to 4 of these equals a half gallon. 8 of these equals a gallon. So every time I drink one of these, I put it in the app. I get excited when I see a little blue going up. Oh, I drank all that water. That was me. Okay. In the app, I put the food, and guess what? What it helps me when I put what I eat in the app. If I'm thinking about eating that not so good cookie, not the fat burning cookie that I make, the other cookie, I think about I'm not gonna want to put that in my app, so I don't eat the cookie because I'm gonna be honest with myself. Like who am I cheating if I lie to myself that I didn't eat the cookie, right? So if I don't want to put it in the app that calculates for me, then I'm not going to do it. The app also has exercises, and there's this girl I follow and I love her to death. I recommend her, highly, highly recommend her. Her name is Jo, Grow with Jo. She's amazing. I'm part of her community, and she takes exercise to a whole nother level where I'm having fun doing it. Okay, so those are my intentional actions. I put it down. Like if I go in my planner, in my calendar, I tell myself, go have fun, go move your body, go for a walk. And it shows up in my calendar like an appointment. And I go and I move my body because I told myself that's the appointment I had. And if I can keep my word to anybody else, then why not keep my word to myself, right? That's another mindset hack. And last, but certainly not least, are you ready for tip number 5? The last tip, and I'm out of here because I have overstayed my welcome. I was only gonna do a 20-minute live and 30 minutes, but you know how I love y'all, and I always like to deliver and over deliver and give you all of this big energy. So the last tip, number 5. Y'all ready for this? Last tip. Put an X in the chat if you're ready for this last tip. This is amazing. It's the best part of doing this. The best part of doing this is tip number 5. Celebrate. Celebrate your hard work. Celebrate. So how are we going to celebrate? So accomplishing your goals will require a substantial amount of time, energy, determination, and consistency. All things that are well worth celebrating. So plan something special to celebrate you. This will help keep you motivated and enjoying the process. That is the truth. Yo, I don't know about you. Maybe nobody here, but me, I'm so hard on myself. I am so hard on myself. I will beat myself up all day for something I didn't do. And I did like 12 things amazing. I mean, I know none of you do that, but that's what I used to do. That's what I would do, right? So I learned to celebrate. I did something this weekend that I celebrated. I took a workshop, and it was a weekend, okay? Yeah, it was a weekend. It was a Sunday. It was a Saturday, right? It was a workshop, but I learned some amazing things on how to do email marketing, which is what created me, gave me the idea to create this awesome newsletter so that I can be able to reach more people on a personal level and not have to rely on social media and Facebook and all these platforms to show my stuff to people who maybe won't even get it. But people who really want to know and are in my tribe, people who are attracted to me and what I have to offer them, they deserve something special. They deserve me to be more personal with them. So I went and I took a workshop on how to do this. I was so excited when I went into the software and I went into the autoresponder and I set everything up. And yeah, it's not perfect, but who gives a crap about being perfect? We're not called to be perfect. We're called to be in performance. Last I checked, Jesus didn't say go out there and be perfect disciples. He said go out there, spread love, spread the word, and that's it. He didn't say, listen, you got to be perfect to do. No. And we get wrapped up in perfection and we miss it. Then we don't do nothing. So I'd rather be imperfectly performing, if that even makes sense. I'm going to be imperfect and perform. How I relate to that is, last I checked, nobody made a movie on one take. The producer always says, cut. And he tells the actor, do this, that, and fix your hair and move your arms this way and do like this, right? Even when you're doing a photo shoot, right? Put your chin up, all that stuff. They cut and then they say action. And then what we see is a finished product. But we're not a finished product. We are evolutionary. We are getting revelation for our revolution, for our evolution, so that we can be out there and just living the best life. Who cares? Stop trying to look good and just go and do great things for you, for your business. People need everything that you have to offer them, regardless to whatever level you're at. You deserve to grow. So celebrate yourself. Plan it out. What it is that you're gonna celebrate yourself for. What it is. What is it? Man, listen, 40. I am so excited to reach 40 that when I reach my goal of releasing them 40 pounds by 40. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have me a celebration for my birthday. I'm going to wear me a real cute outfit. I'm going to model for my husband. And we're going to have a real nice time. I'm going to celebrate that, right? But I don't have to wait until then to celebrate. I celebrate it every day. Every day I drink a bottle of water. I'm like, go ahead, girl. You had 4 bottles of water and it's only 12 o'clock. You is no joke. I killed that workout. Like, oh my God, I'm high-fiving myself in the mirror. Why? We don't got to wait for nobody to celebrate us. We can celebrate our own selves. And that's it. That's my time. That's my last tip. Celebrate your hard work. You deserve it. Acknowledge yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you did that. You did that all by yourself. Why? Because you put in the work, even though we have a team. Listen, we have a great community. I love my community. I love my girls that work out with me, that drink our nutritional products with me, that do vegan with me, that do salads with me, that do business with me, and that do church with me, that do life with me, right? I love each and every one of them. But one thing's for sure, and two things for certain, is that it would not be possible if I didn't do the work. First of all, I got to show up to the community, right? I got to show up in my environment. I got to be that light, that salt. And I am responsible for doing me. They can cheer me on. They can help me. They can give me tools. They can guide me. We're a team, right? But if I show up to play ball, right? And then I have a team that we're all playing basketball, and I don't dribble the ball, I don't pass the ball, I just stay there with my hands like this, we're not going to win. I can't take the victory of the team if I didn't play. So you're a team player. Your team matters. The circle and the environment matters. But you, sweetheart, yes, you right there. Yeah, you on the replay. Yeah, you right there. You matter. So celebrate you. Mwah. I love you guys. Take care. One thing's for sure, before I leave, I want to tell you guys that I'm excited about what's going on in my life, in your life, and I want to be able to add more and more value to you. I don't want to be on this live and not know if you're going to get it or when you're going to get it. So what I want to do is I want to have a more personal relationship with you. So I'm creating the newsletter, which is also creating a membership to a private group on and off of Facebook, just in case anything happens with Facebook. We have another platform to go to and be together and add value. If you got value and you want more value, more tips, if you want to be able to ask me questions and have me answer them for you, if you want to just have a taste of what my coaching is like, I got a gift for you. So if you go to 3daysofthanks.com, you're going to get 3 days of free coaching. 3 days of free coaching in your email, in your inbox. There's going to be a video there telling you what to do, how to do it, me giving you tips on the whole mindset hacking, on the whole THANKS acronym, which is your thoughts, your habits, your actions, your nutrition, your knowledge, and your spirituality. So if you want all of that, you're going to get that for 3 days free. My gift to you, 3daysofthanks.com. Hit me up. I love you guys. Take care.